Let's get it. Hello, everyone. It's your host, Sono, from the Son of Corrupt 76 channel, and we're going to be doing an interview today. We'll be interviewing Bleak Bones. She's an artist from my state, and I like her music. I've listened to it quite a bit, and we're both artists in the state of Wyoming, and I thought it'd be cool to, link together and produce a banger interview and put her music out there so more people know about it. And this is also another good way for me to getting a stepping stone or foot in the door to producing more content that I actually want to do. And I've been getting inspired a lot lately by some of my other favorite channels I'm following, like Brandon Buckingham Show and some other creators as well. But for sure, this is some new stuff I would like to do in the future. I'm trying to break away from just doing all gaming, because there is some other stuff I want to do and shoot. Because y'all may not know, but I do have like professional experience now with like productions and filming some actual shows and TV broadcasts, podcasts, radio, all that. And I just want to finally put out my skills out there and show you guys what I can do. And this is for sure one of the stepping stones for my new content I'm going to have coming out. And if you want to start following me and supporting my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. I'll save all the rest of the other, shameless plugs for the end of the video. Until then, let's get ready for the interview. Let's go. Hello, everyone. It's Son of Corrupt 76 here. And just a quick recap for the video. What I'm going to be talking about today with Bleak Bones is I will be interviewing her, but we'll go over general questions like, how are you? Who are you? What's your come-up story? And how did you get to start to making music? And is there hypotheticals or potential projects that you're working on, tours, performing live, whatnot? And even Bleak plugging in her own merch, like her perfume and other products that she plans to make potentially down the line. And those will be featured in the video. And I will also be asking deeper questions too, like some of the meanings behind some of the songs. And you'll see Bleak's reaction and responses to it as well. Is overall an interesting and a very down-to-earth experience for this interview. And I'm glad I got to do it. And without further ado, let's get on with the interview. And once again, this is Sono with the Son of Corrupt 76 channel, and we are interviewing Bleak. Hello, everyone. It's Son of Corrupt 76 here, also known as Sono, and we're here with Bleak Bones. Say what's up.
What's up?
And today for the interview, we're just going to get to know her better, learn about her music career, her come-up story, and all that, and give her voice and, let the internet know her and all these other platforms as well. So to start it off, let's see how she is. How are you today?
I'm not too bad, really. It's not bad. It's a good day.
That's pretty good to hear. Already on a good note for the interview. And then what did you start out from when you started creating your music?
What did I start out? Like what platform?
Yes, sir. We're still a rookie-ish on our interviews and went to college for that. Yeah. But yeah, which platform did you start out?
SoundCloud. For sure. Yeah, it was the easiest. It's the easiest to post on. It's the easiest on your mind. You don't feel like people are judging you as much, I should say.
That's good. And then what year did you start? Was it 2018, right?
2018. Yep, it was right. Like 6 months after I graduated high school.
Sick as fuck. But what inspired you creatively to create music? Like, what were your influences when you were coming up?
I actually started writing when I was like 6 years old. And it was mostly like poetry, but then we started listening to, my first favorite was Nine Inch Nails. And I asked for that album for my birthday, and ever since then, I've wanted music. It's the main thing.
And what other genres like helped you define yourself? Like, and I know this is something that a lot of artists go through. Like, for one, we chatted on Snapchat every so often, and we're talking about metal, and then correlating to that topic is this band Ginger. They don't want to be boxed into one genre. And I think that every artist is like that. Even Denzel Curry with that song, put the great song. And I'll put a little section here before you can hear that part was that everyone trying to box him in and they fake knowing him and all that. But for sure, you don't want to be defined in one genre. But what were influences that helped you create your specific sound?
Very first was metal. It was more like soft, like melodic metal is what I grew up with. Then it got into more punk, like emo music, and then better known today as SoundCloud rappers, like Lil Peep and Juice WRLD and stuff like that.
I gotcha. And then how much did the great late Lil Peep impact you musically too as well?
I was actually terrified to do music. I wanted to do it for so long, but it was once I heard Lil Peep that I realized I could. It's easy. I don't need fancy equipment. I can just go for it. And SoundCloud was, where he started, and that's where I started too.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, of course. Is there any other, like, ballparks you would like to expand in?
Well, I don't know if this counts, but I would like to start playing more instruments for sure, and maybe try to put a band together sometimes, not all the time. I really like recording alone. I like doing my own thing, but I would like maybe to be in a band sometimes, have some kind of band going, play guitar or drums. Those are my two. I am not really good at any instruments. I can play a little bit of guitar, and I think I can play drums in my head, but I don't think I could. I don't. Yeah. So I'd have to learn, but I would love to.
That's crazy. But that would be tight, because with the right people, you could just about do almost anything. And you have any future projects coming up the line right now?
Yeah, I do have one probably in the next 2 weeks. It's called Hurry Up, We're Dying. It's kind of about anxiety. It's good, though. It's probably one of my favorites that I've made.
That's cool. I can't wait to hear it. And she plugs and previews her music, too, on her Snapchat. And what else?
Well, I'm on every platform. I try to do some snippets on Instagram as well.
All right. And I think another question that maybe the viewers might have is, do you have any advice to give them?
Well, I know I struggled with it most of my life, is just being scared and putting things off. And the more you put things off, the less time you have to do things you like. So try to just go for it, whether you're being judged or not. Just do what you're going to do as fast as you can, really, because we don't have a lot of time in reality.
Yeah. Life is short, guys. You got to make it lit. Die lit. Cardi. Ah! Once again, people, we're still rookie at this interviewing thing, but I do have my experience. We're having our experience. But another good question that I'm thinking of is another topic, like, as an artist, once again, what's like something that inspires your look, like your fashion wise? What were some of the things that inspired the drip?
Well, I've actually dressed pretty similarly since I was like 10 years old. It's been a very long time. And then once like the whole e-girl thing came, I kind of adjusted a little bit. It was more like gothic, So I don't really know. It's just kind of been like this forever, I guess.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite metal bands?
Dax Riggs was in Acid Bath. That was one of my all-time favorites, like the main one growing up. I also grew up with a lot of, and of course it's not like scary metal. It's more like melodic metal, like Metallica, Slipknot, of course Acid Bath, and then Dax Riggs has more music by himself. Those are probably my main favorites.
I see. Oh yeah, shout out to Slipknot, by the way. We got the Subliminal Verses shirt on right now. Other avenues or lanes you would like to get into as you're coming up, especially from this video?
I do. So I did put out a line of perfume a couple months ago, and I want to keep doing it. As soon as of course it's pretty expensive to start each one, but it pays off. I would really like to keep putting out fragrances. Eventually one day maybe a clothing line or something would be awesome too.
You heard it here, folks. Right, yeah. You heard it here first, folks. But yeah, and then we'll shameless plug that in here in the video as well. We'll show an image real quick of the merch and whatnot. What was the main inspiration too for like you getting into the perfume business?
Well, I love Gucci Guilty and Prada Candy, and I never am able to, well, I never was able to afford them before. And so last year I decided I would just try to make one for me. And I was like, well, I might as well buy 50 bottles and just do 50 bottles of them. And they sold out in like 48 hours, I think. So that's when I realized I could do this all the time and do new ones, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's fucking dope. Do you ever plan to go touring or anything in the States or in the surrounding area?
I would love to. I'm an introvert for sure, so it's hard to get going, but if I could get a team together, I would eventually like to do that. A lot.
Yeah. Even for some of the album covers or soundtrack covers, or even your tracks like you have released recently, what inspired some of the images, especially on the, let's see here, like that latest one where you're floating around in the pool? Was there any inspirations particularly behind that?
Literally nothing. As soon as I make a song, I don't start a track art until afterwards, and then sometimes it's just random, actually. I'm like, oh, that works. That will go with it.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
Yeah. And then what's like the thought processes when you're creating new music? How's that like?
I usually pull it from my day-to-day feelings, really. A lot of the times I write about other people, though. Not all my songs are about me personally, I should say. So I guess it just depends on what's going on that day or what I heard that day or what I want to talk about that day, really.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting compared to other artists and unique as an artist yourself. Like, I think another good artist that's kind of like that is like Chino Moreno. He sings some of his songs in Deftones. For sure.
Yeah, I should have said that. That's one of my favorites as well.
Hell yeah. You have any deeper meanings behind some of your songs? Like what I'm thinking is Bleed. What kind of like inspired that song? That's like what one song that me and my homie Jonah jam out to.
So that one's actually pretty personal. I probably won't talk about that one yet, but let's say probably 50% of my songs are personal life experiences that are, you know, pretty personal to me. And some of them I've written about, say, my parents or, you know, other people in my life that I feel like are having hard times or good times or, you know, something that I have drawn inspiration from.
So for your project, musically wise, what's the motivation and drive that keeps you going to make your music? Is it money, passion, or?
It's definitely mainly passion. I love doing this. It would be cool one day to be able to get paid more money for it. I work a job, of course. I do make a little bit of money, but nothing I could pay bills off of. So it would really be awesome if it was the main thing I could do was just music. But it's mainly just for fun. Like, I just like doing it.
I see. And yeah, this is an interesting topic that I can say personally that I can give a little 5 cents into is, you know, you got to be passionate about what you do. And then over time, you got to remember why you're doing it. Because if not, you'll burn yourself out. And it's a shitty outlook. Like the famous YouTubers like PewDiePie and them, they been making content for so many years where they don't find it fun no more, and that's why I think that people got to remember that they have to be passionate about their projects. Let's do some hypotheticals here. Let's say if you ever got the chance to get in the DMs of some of your favorite artists, or you meet them in person and you're all cool in agreement, who would you have as features or be featured on their song?
First one comes to mind. I would love to work with Kill Station so much. I have tried to message him, of course. I'm sure millions of people do every day, but I would love to work with Kill Station. Let me think. There's actually probably almost anyone I listen to. I would love to work with them, really.
Fuck yeah. Kill Station, you heard that. You got to answer the call, man. She asked. I think we'll wrap up this interview now. Is there any last thought, comments, anything, shout outs, whatever you want? It's your spotlight.
We're going to shout out Styro, and I hope he's watching this. You got to come down here and get an interview, too. See if we can get him on a plane.
Yeah. We can make it happen. I got the wheels, the equipment. I know the people.
What?
It's attainable. And, you know, if we have to fucking fundraise some money or something to get, like, a ticket or not, that would be cool, too. And then, shit, maybe more future collabs, potentially. Like, we could go and check out some festivals and just, like, interview random people. I mean, that's what I want to plan to do. And once again, like, you know, shout out to Brandon Buckingham, because he's been a big inspo as of late. He is a great fucking content creator, entertainer, and that's the vibes I plan to be on. And, yeah. This has been Son of Corrupt 76, also known as Sono, interviewing Bleak Bones.
Bye, everyone. Subscribe to Son of Corrupt 76.
And then, yeah. Dead space for now. Yeah. What were some influences that inspire you in your whole, let's restart the question. But, what inspired you creatively to create music? Recording on the camera now.
Subscribe to Son of...
Take one.
Subscribe to Son of... Bruh.
Son of Corrupt 76.
76. Bruh. Okay. Here goes.
Okay.
Take 75. Subscribe to Son of Corrupt 76.
Keep trying. BTS,
Why
BTS.
is that hard to say, bro?
I don't know.
What if I'm right and we're all fucked up? We could all use a little more love. Holding pieces of our own. Wind will blow us where we go. You're never lost if you're alone. Home to you and those we know. Holding pieces of our own. Wind will blow us where